Hi everyone, Jane here. Welcome back to my garden and welcome back to day 3 of my secret garden makeover project. So for day 1, Jason and I worked on installing these shutters and these window boxes. We had one of them lost in transit, but it finally showed up yesterday and I was able to install it, and I was able to plant the leftover shade annuals from my pot that was by my front door. Not looking so hot. They're not really taking the transplant very well. I'm going to leave them there for a couple days and see if they bounce back, but I don't have very high hopes at all for these. So day 2's main goal was transplanting these 2 coral bark maples from pots on either side of my front door. I took them out of the pots and I planted them in the ground here in the secret garden, and I love them here. Oh, look at Ina. She's so cute. Hi, baby. You're so cute. If you all haven't met Ina yet, this is Ina. She is our rescue cat. She showed up at somebody's house and one of our friends' houses, and they were trying to find a home, so we took her in, and she is the best cat. Oh my goodness, I love her so much. I love Jeffrey too. Jeffrey's great, but Ina is, oh, she's such a sweet kitty. So I have an audience today with Ina watching me right there. But anyway, so back to the maples. I love the maples here. They're so beautiful, and this was part of the original design that Michael Glassman did 2 years ago. He had designed to put 2 coral bark maples right here, and I just, now that I see it, it's like, okay, Michael, you were totally right. I love it. Jason saw it and he's absolutely in love with it, and the girls love it. I think it's just, they're going to be great. I'm so very excited about them. So now for today, you can kind of see what's going on here. For today, I wanted to add some blooms into this area, and I wanted to show off this guy right here. This right here is a pufferfish hydrangea from Proven Winners, and I ended up putting it in a pot because I didn't really know what to do with it, and it has just been so beautiful. It's a little dusty and dirty right now from all the work I've been doing, but it is just such a beautiful hydrangea, and I love hydrangeas. I think they're beautiful. I think they're great, and I think they would be such a nice addition here at this part of the secret garden because it gets a lot of shade, and here in Zone 9, California, hydrangeas need a lot more shade than what the plant tag says. Now, the only problem is that thing right there. That is a black walnut tree. And I've said this a lot, black walnut trees, they secrete a chemical called jugalone that interacts with plant growth and basically poisons certain plants. And there are certain plants that are very sensitive to jugalone, and hydrangeas are one of them. So there is no way that I could plant hydrangeas in the ground here in the secret garden, which is such a bummer because it would be a great place to plant them in the ground. So what I'm going to do instead is I bought 4 of these beautiful pots here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I bought 4 of these beautiful Limelight prime hydrangeas, which I already have 3 of them over there underneath my olive tree. And I'm going to end up planting these in the pots, which isn't ideal. You know, they'd obviously be a lot happier in the ground, but not in this garden, just because of the jugalone. They would probably suffer and die. And when I see my pufferfish hydrangea, I can see how well it's doing in that pot there. And that's even a very small pot that's smaller than these pots that I have. I realized that maybe just putting them in pots was kind of the way to go. I also really like having these pots here in this garden because having this terracotta in this very formal garden kind of like tones it down a little bit here, and it can kind of, I just think that the terracotta is going to tie in this garden to the rest of my garden. It's very California, very casual, very, you know, terracotta-esque, I guess is what I'll say. But I just really like the idea of having terracotta pots in this garden right next to all the other formal stuff that I have going on. So I got 4 of these pots. I was going back and forth between 3 pots and basically 3 pots here, 3 pots here, or 2 pots and 2 pots. And I decided just to start with 2 pots. I can always add 1 more if I want to do 1 more. And then I have some drip tubing right there. So I'm going to thread the drip tubing through the hole right there so that we can't see it. Then I'll fill it with soil and plant up the Limelight Prime Hydrangeas, which I think is going to be beautiful. But then I was thinking, Limelights, like I love them this time of year. They're so gorgeous and so beautiful. but there's sticks during the winter time, right? So what could I plant underneath the Limelights so that I would have some winter interest in these pots? And I was thinking, I really love the look. I'll see if I can find my favorite picture of this. I really like the look of Heuchera, underplanted, Limelight underplanted from the Hydrangeas. I think that is so beautiful. And I've seen, normally Heuchera dies back during the winter time, but here where I live, it doesn't die all the way back. You know, it doesn't get as, like it kind of slows down its growth a little bit, but I've seen it last completely through the winter on some garden tours that I've done. So I was thinking that could be a good option, or I could even do something like Creeping Jenny right here. That would stay all winter long. I don't know. I have to think about it, but my plan is to underplant something that is evergreen so that I have interest in these pots all year long, but then I can still really enjoy the hydrangeas because I really want that look. Like the hydrangeas, it just goes here, right? Like, yeah, I just have to put hydrangeas in this formal garden. It's just the perfect place for them. All right, so I'm gonna get these pots set up. I'll get them hooked up to drip, filled with soil, and then plant my hydrangeas. You guys, I am getting so excited about this area. This looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna stand as far back to the fence as I can so you all can get a good look at it. I love the pots. I just think that they look so beautiful. I know that I'm gonna get a couple comments saying that they're not equal distance, and they are. I just measured them with my measuring tape again. They're exactly 3 feet apart from each other. They're 2 feet to the wall. They are perfect. It just, I can't get the video to make it look like it's perfect, but they are the perfect spacing. So I think that they are going to be beautiful there. I think it solves the issue of the juggalo from the black walnut tree, and then I still get hydrangeas here. I think the terracotta brings in a little casualness to the area, which I think is beautiful, and then I will be underplanting them, but I'm not totally sure with exactly what. When I was working, I kept looking at these flower boxes, and it's just depressing. I'm just going to take it out and I'm going to restart. I'll leave it in for now, but I just want to let you all know that I've decided I'm going to take them out just because, I mean, it's brand new flower boxes and I want them to have pretty fresh flowers. So, I don't know. It was a nice try, but that's okay. Anyway, so I'm pretty much done here for today. I have, I'm going to do more stuff tomorrow and the next day. But what I want to do right now is I want to come over here to this area. You can see that I moved my broken pot over here next to my Miss Molly butterfly bush, and I actually think it looks really pretty there. I think it looks really, really gorgeous, and I think I'm going to leave it there and I'm going to plant it up and not try and fix it. I can always try and fix it later. I won't get rid of the pieces, but I kind of like the look of it broken like that. I think that that's really pretty. So I'm going to leave it there, and then I have all of this heuchera that I pulled out of the secret garden that I do need to transplant, and I was thinking right here would be absolutely perfect. It gets protected from the hot afternoon sun, but it still gets enough sun that I think these plants will get a little bit more color than they were getting in the shade area. They can handle sun, they can handle shade. It doesn't really matter. But I do think getting a little bit more sun is going to make them a little bit brighter. So I'm interested to see how they'll do in this place. So I have been pre-wetting this area with my hose all morning. It's nice and soaked. I know this soil is terrible here. I know it's really, really rocky here, and we actually haven't amended the soil yet. We amended the rest of our garden with compost, with 6 inches of compost, but we ended up stopping about here just based on like how much compost we had and how far we were going to work. And so I never actually amended this area. I never amended that area, and I never amended this area. So this soil I'm kind of not really looking forward to, but I do have some bags of soil that I can add to it if I need to. I can already see ants. You guys see that? I must have watered their ant hole or something like that. Oh, that's going to be fun to plant in. Oh, no. Okay, well, wish me luck. Okay, I'm all done here. So I got all the heuchera transplanted. I didn't measure. I just kind of shoved it all in. So it's going to be a very tight squeeze once all this heuchera grows into full size. But I think it's going to be really pretty, especially with the colors. I really think that the extra bit of sunlight is going to help the colors really shine. And then with my broken pot in the background and my bird fountain and the gazebo, everything is looking really pretty. I kind of just love how my garden is evolving pretty much every year. Like, I had certain plans for this garden, and then it's kind of changed a little bit, and it's changed again, and I'm sure it's going to change in the future, but it's just kind of fun to see it evolve. It's just really neat. Makes me feel like the garden's alive. So then we have over here, this is looking absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love it. I'm so happy with it. Now I just got to get it hooked up to drip. And then I think tomorrow's boxwood day. So this whole project has been really, really fun, and I really love that you all are coming along with me and that you all are as excited about it as I am. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Hopefully that'll be the day that I get my boxwoods in. That'll be really exciting. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.